Hi guys, welcome back to Game of Muscle videos. I'm live and we are going to play some Assetto Corsa. Just going to go for some public servers and have a little bit of a casual drive. See how well we can do. See if we can avoid the crashes. We should be so lucky. And let's see what's running. Barcelona GT3, Mugello, Brands Hatch, M1. These are road cars. Lotus Exos 125. That'll be nice. That looks perfect to me. Monza, Lotus Exos 125. I think we've got a winner here. That might be the one to go for. So let's we'll leave our circular rim on the steering wheel. Oh no, really we should go for the Formula rim. Let's do that. Let's put the Formula rim on the wheel. You've got to go all in sometimes. Even if it does require the use of the sim racing spanner. Hi Redstone, just yeah, I thought you could just do a little bit of public server racing. We're done with the spanner. For the using the Oculus Rift microphone. So put that back on our head so you guys can hear us. Hopefully the volume levels are good whilst we're driving. You're tucked up in bed. That's the best time to watch the stream. Let's see, I'm just going to pop the headset on. Oh, we appear to be somewhat sunk into the seat here. Had a bit too much dinner. we've ended up in our stomach. So get on the track. There we go. Oh, we've got. There we go. Get the headset all sorted out. Oh, that feels good. There we go. Let's try and get some laps in here. To get a feel for this car again. It's been a while. Oh, that feels fantastic. How are the volume levels? Let's just hope they're okay. I think they are. I think they're alright. Whoa. Struggling for grip. Thanks, Redstone. Okay, I turn the. I can't turn the mic up any louder because it's the Oculus Rift mic. But I can only just turn the game down a touch, so we'll do that just so my mic is audible. Oh, we've just been killed. Ow! Paraplegic. Fantastic. Race career over. That's how we died. The steering wheel is now upside down. There we go. Okay, so we're going to try and get a... we need to fix this. We've got the camera position slightly off because I've been... I was driving in 2D. So we're a little bit wrong with our... I'm using the nose piece in the Oculus Rift to see my hands line up. There we go. No, my head's a little bit high for what it would really be in this car. Unless the exhaust is unless the seating position is made high so it's more comfortable, but that will do. Save. I should have just clicked auto position. Oh well. We're super high up in the car. Oh dear. So we've got 9 minutes left of qualifying. I'm sat so high up, I'm like on a baby seat inside a Formula car, but it actually feels quite cool being this high up. Normally, you know, Formula driver would be right down there, but to actually get it to line up with my real world seating position so that my hands are exactly where they are in the sim, this seems to be where we need to put the camera. We need to get a Formula 1 cockpit. Hi, Grim Tent, by the way. I think you're someone new. Welcome along to Game of Muscle videos. This feels like a crazy roller coaster. What bike did you get? A motorbike or a pedal bike? To be honest, if you've got a bike, why would you care who's got the same one? It's all good. If you've got a bike, you've already won. Especially if it's a motorbike. I mean, if it's a good pedal bike. That as well, but... I don't dare get in a motorcycle. I've ridden a couple of motorbikes, dirt bikes, and a sort of relatively slow road bike, but I'd kill myself if I owned one. But they're so much fun. It'd be so good to own one though. It's nice places in the UK to wrap yourself around trees. Just quiet. I just wanted to do some casual AC driving for a bit, because I haven't been doing much sim racing. This car's fantastic. Shame that you don't get more servers running it, because it's actually quite an approachable vehicle. I've actually been playing a lot of the X-Plane 11 demo recently. Just uploaded a video on the YouTube channel about it. It's really, really good fun in VR. Just flying around the airport, doing stupid things. Just checking out the graphics. What would be really nice, I think, is if force feedback flight sticks were more common. I know you can get a couple of flight yokes that have force feedback on them, but they're super expensive. They're sort of OSW expensive, and they're just flight sims. It seems that Logitech made the last decent G9. I think it was G9 something. force feedback joystick, and then before that was like Microsoft Sidewinder, and then since then nobody's really bothered. Hi Trotter Stand. What? So what? Which joystick did you end up getting? Personally, I've kept the X55 myself. I had the HOTAS Warthog and the X52 and the X55. So they're all pretty good actually, but I ended up just keeping the X55 as it seemed to be the all-round work fine. I know there's some problems with the throttle part, in that the wires tend to cut themselves, but I'm being extra careful with it, so hopefully it will last. We've had it for like a year and a bit now, so for 2 years now, still working. Hi DNXY. Have I tried the Ferrari 643 mod in AC? No. I'll have to check it out. There's a... We're locking up there. There's a couple of mods I need to try out in AC. I've been a little bit behind on the driving simulator front. There was so much VR content to go through and cover, and before I do VR videos, you know, like review videos, I like to sort of get a good way through the game, so it can take a while. Are you new here as well, DNXSY? I'm sure these are new names, and maybe they're not. Oh, I think I saw that. It was like £30–40, but it's got the throttle on it. It's got all you need. And to be honest, actually, you know, I don't think you need like the super advanced HOTAS. It's more just all the buttons if you're being lazy. Maybe in VR it helps, having all the buttons there, but it's not the be all and end all. I was going to pick one of them up to review actually, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. Or is it the new one that just came out? Because I know Thrustmaster just announced a couple of new HOTASes. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the stream, DNXSY, with an impossible name to read and say. Oh dear, what was that? Something snapped in my sim rig. Maybe it was me. It's probably my spine clicking. Yeah, try to stand. I mean, that's the thing with for flight games, especially with like Elite Dangerous and most flight simulators. It's more just having a basic joystick. You don't need a super advanced one. It's just, you know, a basic joystick fundamentally adds to the experience. One thing I like with the X55, I've actually got it right next to me now because I was just doing some flying, is the you can take the spring out of it, so it has it doesn't self-center, which sounds, oh, I've run out of fuel. Sounds stupid, but for flying helicopters, which I really like to do, and there's an alright helicopter in X-Plane 11 actually. For flying helicopters, it's actually quite good. It sounded like an electric milk float there as we ran out of fuel. Let's get off the track. Don't want to be on the racing line. So cool being parked to the circuit. Right, let's get back to the pits. How long we got? 1 minute 44. I need a sip of my tea. If you're chatting on YouTube, if anyone says a message on YouTube, I can't see it. I can only see Twitch chat. So, hi, Seb BFR. Welcome back. That's the worst thing about the Oculus Rift, is you have to lift it off your head to drink your tea, because I'm too scared that I'm going to pour tea into my microphone. Right, let me get back to this track so I can see what your messages are. How much fuel do we need for the race? It's a 7-lap race, that'll do. I love helicopters, that's why I'm getting into flight sims. Yeah, I think helicopters are the most enjoyable thing to play with. The best helicopter that I've played in the simulators, the Huey in DCS, that seems to be the most realistic helicopter. I mean, I've never flown a real helicopter, bear in mind, but the dynamics of it, how it gets sort of, I don't know the technical terms, but just what happens, what occurs when you pull into turnings and when you're putting load on it, the sound gives you really good feedback and cues as to what's going on. It just seems really spot on. It's quite nimble, just blows pretty much anything else out of the water. As I say, the new helicopter in X-Plane 11 isn't too bad, but I don't think it. It's not the prop wash. I don't know what's called. You know when you fly into your, say you're doing a turn into the where you've just been flying, and it's like obviously like a cavity in the airflow because you've just been there. And then you're turning as well. It's got a name, and I've totally forgotten what it's called. But that doesn't seem to be simulated in X-Plane 11. Properly, that it doesn't seem right. Whereas in DCS, it just feels spot on. It's totally right, and in an intuitive sense. I've got a friend that, or someone I know that has flown helicopters, and they said that's reasonable. So I'm sure it's nothing like the real thing, though. But there you go. You got to get what you can get. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper at least. Star Citizen is recommended using a dual joystick setup. I can't be bothered with Star Citizen. It just seems to me like it's trying to be a simulator of something that I don't think spaceflight is necessarily fun if it goes for the simulator route. I don't know. Star Citizen just seems a bit weird to me. Elite Dangerous mechanics seem a lot better, where it's unrealistic and they've gone for flight mechanics, or how a plane kind of work rather than a spaceship. But then again, yeah, even Elite Dangerous doesn't make much sense to me because the content is so spread thin. But I could see how Star Citizen could be fun. They're not for me, I don't think, to really get into. What are you getting drops in, Joss? Assetto Corsa, or you on about flight sims? Thanks for your hint for joining Sim Racing System. Oh, nice one. Well, it's good that you're enjoying it. It's good just to get more people on it, to be honest. Oh, here we go. We're at the start of the race. This is fantastic. Let's get the fuel levels right. Oh dear, run out of time. That'll do. Full default setup here. So we're at Monza in the Lotus 125 Rich Man's Formula 1 car. Getting ready for the lights to go out. Oh, that's a really nice livery on there. I don't really like using Vorpex Beat the Beast because I tend to you just get bad results with it. I mean, sometimes it can work surprisingly well, but I had the Oculus Rift DK2. It's clear there, and as a result, spent hours and hours and hours using Vorpex. Oh, I can't believe we've actually got through this. T1 at Monza on a public server in a Formula car. What? What is this? Yeah, I spent so long with the DK1 and the DK2 messing with settings and tweaking and trying to get it to work. Okay, now we're definitely not going to survive the start. And yeah, so really I just try and avoid Vorpex. Although, admittedly, it does work with some games quite well. I just prefer playing proper made-for-VR games. I mean, the thing is, when you've used the Oculus Touch controllers and the HTC Vive controllers, you kind of don't really want to play games that weren't made for VR other than simulators. That's my sort of view. Though, Thumper looks fantastic. I've just downloaded it, and we'll be doing a review of that. Well, let's see what happens here. I guess it was for that guy on the right. He missed the start. So, let's see what happens here. Go. The traction control does all the work in this car. Can we? No, can't squeeze through there. We're on the outside. You don't really want to be on the outside of T1. Oh, this is why. Collisions. Car. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, it's all right. Best of 3, I guess it is. Lucky me. The server's never going to get the race started if they keep resetting it every time there's an accident at T1 on Monza, because it's not going to happen. The likelihood of getting through T1 at Monza is the likelihood of England somehow voting in a competent government. It is never going to happen. Here we go, though. Let's be optimistic. Yeah, I think as Sim Racing Systems, Seb, has picked up, there's been a little bit more wrecking on it than previously. But, for the most part, it's pretty good. It depends what time you go on it and so when you get the field split up. I think they're going to start adding... sorry. I think they're going to start adding... I'll let him go through, so it's safe. And also, I did cut him off. They're going to start adding a minnow rating to it or something. It's got its own rating system, but they've not really made it aggressive. So, we'll see. I think it'll just gradually improve. I mean, I really enjoy it. I pretty much passed a Maldonado, that guy. Literally turned right into him because... Oh, that... I don't know if that was my fault. We'll knock him back. No, the other guy's going to knock him back. That was sort of half my fault, half the other guy's fault. Should we restart the session? Why not? I love race restarts. Not passed. So, there we go. Number 4. This is great, guys. I love driving simulators on public servers. This is never going to... How about we have a bet in chat? Will we get to the end of the lap? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm using the Vive, but I hate Project Cars. Sport and smoothness VI isn't there. Assetto Corsa is a really good game. After a few races, a bit done with it. I think you just need to play AC online, you know, to get the most out of it. And, you know, get the mods and things. Otherwise, yeah. It doesn't have the single player. Problem with F1 2016 is, though it's probably one of the better Formula 1 games that Codemasters have done, it's still really sort of sluggish in its handling. There's not that much depth to it. Oh, I've been tapped, but we're still going. Let's slow right down. We're still alive. You can just see the guy. Where's he going? That's not the racetrack. Yeah. So F1 2016 and it just doesn't satisfy me with its basic physics. And I think with Formula cars, that's the problem is the crux of them comes down to physics. There goes another guy on the wall. Was two race restart or successfully completing a lap? Because it does look like we might successfully complete a lap here. A miracle has happened. Much like the birth of Jesus Christ, it does appear that we are going to see a miracle here. The 3 kings will be at the start-finish line. Not if I do that too much. To the kebab shop. Yeah, they'll go to the kebab shop. Oh, well, that's good, Trotter's stand. Trotter's last stand, because it makes me look more popular than I actually am. Oh, voting race restart. But I've done 1 lap, guys, so whoever voted that we would complete a single lap, congratulations. You've won that vote. We'll see if we get 2 laps done now. We need like a bot that lets you vote and do bets with the sort of like fake Twitch money, like the betting on Counter-Strike that you used to be able to do on public servers. Bet Teal. Oh, okay. He's lost grip and this other guy's gone a little bit wide, shall we say. We've found ourselves in 3rd place now. Just put my brakes on in front of him like a bad motorway driver. Tyre's starting to grip a bit better now. I need to get a more clear tyre app that shows the tyre temperatures, because this Race Essentials app can be a little bit funky with the tyre temperatures. I really like in ACL, you can feel the force feedback start to load up more as you get more tyre grip, so you actually have an idea from the force feedback how much grip you've got. I had the i5-2500K for ages, absolute legend CPU. Well, that's it, I'm getting a cut track there, okay. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I think the 1070 for AC is pretty fine as long as you're not streaming. We sort of end up pushing it a bit much. Oh, he just drove into the back of me. That was not very kind. Let's try and join the track without taking it out. Oh, 20-second one now just for trying to rejoin the track. Kunos could do with adjusting the cut track penalties setting. Are you using a Vive, Josh, or the Rift? Because one thing, because AC uses the Rift native drivers. Oh dear, we have to wait half an hour here. Because AC uses Rift rather than Vive or OpenVR. It runs slightly better with the Rift because its revive's just a little bit less efficient. Well, that was terrible because of Kunos. If it's dropping down to 45, it's because you've got reprojection on. You should just use asynchronous reprojection, not the other one. Forgotten his name. But they're saying that if you're using the Rift, it shouldn't go to 45. It's weird. It sounds like a Steam thing. Hi BRT. Just noticed you come into the chat. We've only been going for about 15 minutes. Although we've done like 5 race restarts. Unfortunately, the one that they haven't restarted, we've ended up in the worst position. Look at this battling away in front. People struggle to keep this car on the road. I mean, I don't know why, because it really is planted. I don't think you can block AC from going to a monitor, but it shouldn't really have much of an impact, that mirror view, because it's literally just mirroring what's already been rendered, so it shouldn't really make much of a difference. Yeah, if you're driving, are you driving with AI when that happens? Because that might be causing problems. The AI are quite heavy on the CPU in AC. I need to turn my central heating off. I'm sat here in my sim rig in my jeans. Oh, oh dear. Just trying to avoid driving into them. They were braking way too early, so we almost ended up smashing them, and now we've got a 25-second penalty. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's drive slowly around here. This will confuse them. 15 seconds. Oh dear. Yeah, the penalties on this track are a little bit funky. Thank you, Kunos. You've made this session really good. Kunos penalty system of death. I think Race Room has the best penalty system, you know, where it just slows your car down for the amount of time that you've gained. and it does it in such a way that if people are behind you when you get the slowdown, it's not particularly abrupt. So it seems to balance it out in a fair way so you don't gain an advantage, but it also is fair to the driver that cut, and also doesn't ruin the racing for other people. I'm surprised that the other developers haven't just copied that, though I guess it's not the most simple of systems to implement, but still. Have you got reflections on as well in the game? Because they're quite heavy. If you turn the reflections to static, you'll get a huge performance boost. Oh dear, that was my fault. Look, 5 seconds, 25 seconds. I don't think we've done a single lap without having a complete disaster here. Oh, they've even said it on the server, so I can't stop. We have to not use the throttle, and it's not even just slow down. It's don't use the throttle, otherwise you get it back. I mean, that's the other thing with iRacing, which is nice with their penalty system. It's based on how much time you've gained from the cut, rather than forcing you to not use the accelerator. Granny CPU. Look at that, the suspension moving on up and down as it goes on and off the road. See if we can bug it out a bit. Oh. Right, we finished our penalty there. We rejoin right in front of these guys. That'll annoy them. Let's defend off this guy a little bit. Give him something to think about. Let's troll him actually. I'm going to come off the throttle and block him. I think I just took him out. No. Oh dear. Let's go really slow through here and he'll probably crash. No. No way past. Oh! Oh no! That, I just took him out. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. 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 Nobody can pass. It's alright, these are all back markers, guys. You don't have to feel guilty for me crashing people. I'll just say that so I don't have to feel guilty. Ruined the last lap for those guys. But it was important that we kept the place. Oh no, it is a minnow rating server, so I probably just lost all my minnow rating, but it doesn't matter. It was worth it for the joy of torturing people. Let's see what other servers are running, because this one obviously is not a good format for public servers. Oh yeah, see, let's put this back on my head because it's got the microphone on it. Yeah, Justin Bus, that's the problem. I found that with my i5. Hi, Domsy. I had to upgrade my i5. Like you had the i5 2500K, which is a crazily good CPU for the bulk of games still. But I just went all in and upgraded to the i7. Because once you're getting the motherboard and everything, you might as well just go all in and spend all your money. If you're just playing games, though, I'm sure the i5 can sort of just about hang on. What is running? Spa G. Ooh, we might just get into this just in time. Yeah, mine won't. Mine won't overclock that much. It'll only go to about 4.5, 4.4 comfortably. I've clearly got the dodgy one, but might just been my motherboard's rubbish. I think we've got in before the races start. Oh no! We literally just missed the start of the race, I think. Yeah, no, we can't use this one. Yeah, literally just missed the start of the race. That's annoying. close. I've got to remember to keep the Oculus on my head because it's got the mic. I'm using the mic on it. I keep forgetting. I'm going to turn the heating off as well because I'm sweating here. A pair of jeans on, next to a radiator and the sim rig. Not a good combination. Oh, what's the time now? Let's see what's running on sim racing system. Oh, I'm going to sign up for this GT2. Oh, it's unavailable. I missed it. Not going to sign up for this GT2 race. There's only 7 people in it anyway. We're sort of past peak time. 9 p.m. Oh, it's sort of 8 p.m. till 10:30. 8 till 10 is sort of the best time for sim racing system. Oh, this could be good. There we go. Titus Formula Bath. This is normally quite good fun. Public server racing. So we'll do that. I'm going to just turn the heating off. We'll let it load into the game with my headset on so it's centered at least. I think a lot of overclocking comes down to your motherboard as well. Mind you, I haven't been too particular with the voltages. I'm mostly just overclocking with really over the top voltages on my motherboard, so I could probably fiddle with it a bit and optimize it. But right, I'm just going to turn the heating off, and then we'll go back to this server for a race. How long have we got? 6 minutes qualifying. So we'll be back in a second, guys. Right. This is going to be a little bit more bumpy than the Lotus. Ah, there we go. We lost the rift then for a second. Let's try and get a lap in. Of course, all Formula cars are equipped with a horn. Surely this car doesn't have a horn in real life. We need to reset the camera here. We've got an absolute disaster going on with all our cameras. This is why you can't go from 2D to VR. Reset, let's see what happens. Ta-da! Oh, that's much better. There we go. save. Cute. Okay, 3 minutes left to do a lap. Should be good. The Twitch chat, unfortunately, is behind the steering wheel, so it might be a bit tricky to read, so sorry if I missed any of your messages. This is so much slower. Oops. I accidentally pushed the clutch there. This is so much slower than the... I mean, obviously it's slower than the Lotus, but perceptually ridiculously slow. Heavier steering, though. I guess the Lotus has some kind of power steering to it. Oh, dear. Cold tyres and AstroTurf do not mix. I think the thing beat the beast is that Intel haven't really had any competition for like the last 5 or 6 years, and the priority for the companies has been the mobile space, as that's where most of the profits are. So they haven't really felt the need to sort of really push things with processors when it comes to core performance, especially for things like games. It all seems to come from the graphics cards now. Also, I think we sort of got to a bit of a sticking point with physics in terms of how small you can make a processor before you get quantum issues. So, and probably heat issues as well, and just meant, you know, all the other crazy things involved with processors. It'd be nice if the Ryzen chips somehow are a massive increase there in performance over the previous ones. I think the only really good thing that's happened over the last couple of years is that you get good performance for voltages, so computers are a bit more efficient. But again, once you start overclocking and once you start running games and doing everything else, you end up using similar amounts of power as before, so you can't win. Last time I was on this track, I can't remember what I was driving. I think it was the Porsche Cup car. This is why my breakpoints are all feeling totally wrong. Oh. Strangely, with this default setup, the Abarth doesn't actually turn in that much. Good. I need to get a good setup for this. "51 seconds. I think we'll just get to finish this. I think we might just finish this lap and get one more lap in, and we'll see where we qualify. We're 15th at the moment. Oh dear. Terrible. Seb B, your chat colour keeps changing colour. I don't know why. It'd be nice if everyone had different colours. Most people seem to be yellow at the moment. Beat the boss. BRT. These Trotter's Last Stand is in red, but everyone else is the same colour. It's really hard to actually read the text. What's pausing for you? The stream? That's strange. Let's have a look. Frames. Drop frames. 14%. That's not good. Okay, let's have a look at this. I'll fix it whilst we're here. Okay, I've just changed some settings. We'll see if that improves things. Hopefully it does, because we're just going to a race now, so can't change it whilst we're driving. But that's really weird that it's dropping. It seems to be fairly consistently dropping frames, but well, I hope it doesn't now. We'll see. Really bizarre, because it's running really smooth on my end, so I've just turned the bit rate down. Maybe we need to have a fiddle with some of the settings again. That's streaming for you. "16 seconds until the race starts." We've already got 7 dropped frames. Oh dear. Lights on the screen. Let's get ready. We're starting pretty much near the back of the grid. And off we go. It's only a 6-lap sprint race, so nice and easy. It's going to be cars upside down, inside out. I'm going to brake nice and early. I'm going to stay on the inside here. It's probably the safest place to be. There we go. There goes 1, 2, 3. And then we've got the run. Oh, no we don't. We did have the run and this guy just pulled across. Try and get around the outside of him. Whoa! I nearly lost control there. The other guy kebab shopped himself. Thanks for clicking the follow button. Oh! Avoid that whilst trying not to take out the car to our right. He's like, right there, look. Kunos tyres, #1. Gonna have to brake a lot so we don't understeer off into those guys. He's gonna block the guy behind me. Thank you. We've just gained a whole bunch of places. I'll accept it. Okay, just drive into me. Thank you, thank you very much. How about you drive into me, push me into the sand pit, and I'll lose all the places? That sounds really fun. Just try and rejoin the track without crashing anyone. Well, that was good. We were. I think we got up into like 6th place there, and then we just got poked in the backside. Tyres are cars. We don't chuck car in too much there. JF Racing. Instead of saying JFG Racing, it's going to be Gracing. JF Racing. That's the name. Welcome to Gamer Muscle Videos. I love having a Titus shoved up my my backside on lap 1. I think that is one of the downsides with Formula cars, is that a little poke whilst you're turning, and that's it. You're going to be doing a 360. Hi Grey Wolf 40. Oh, where's he going? We're catching up with these guys. I think you just have to go into public service with that expectation. There's a gaggle of cars in front of us. Gaggy, Dondi and Andre are in front of us, and we're going to try and catch up with them. We should be able to catch them before the end of this, before the end of next lap, and then we can do some nice overtaking. That'd be cool. Oh, that's nice. Well, I don't know what was causing the issue. I think I've just turned the bit rate down by 200 kilobits. So, I don't know. Really weird. I still can't see the YouTube chat. No, just the Twitch chat. Until we get a way of having YouTube chat in the game, it is going to remain invisible. Hi Grey Wolf. I'm using the HTC Vive. No, I'm not. Fooled myself. I've trickeried myself. I'm using the Oculus Rift at the moment. I do have both headsets though. I'm doing a lot of Oculus reviews, so that's what's plugged in. And you just reminded me, I need to send my Oculus off to try and get this dead pixel fit. The Rift, not the Oculus. The Vive. Ah, what's going on with my head? I can't say words. I'm saying the opposite of what I mean. The Vive, the HTC Vive, has a dead pixel on the left screen, which is really annoying. I've had it on there for a while, and I need to get HTC to fix it before my warranty runs out. So try and remember to do that. But yeah. I'm using OpenVR though to capture the recording because OpenVR gives you a good frame rate for the capture, whereas the game mirror typically looks awful. It doesn't. They don't output the game. The game mirror is outputted at low frame rates, so it doesn't tend to stream and capture very well. Whereas the OpenVR mirror is a lot better. Thanks, Seb. Nice to know it's all working. I've got an itching to play some flight sims. We're getting some X-Plane. Yeah, whoa, gee, I was reading the chat and then there was a car in my face. Yeah, in VR the problem is, because the pixels are sort of... obviously everything's large as well, but with the Vive, the pixels, apart from the pixels right in the middle, are sort of distorted a little bit. So even if you've just got one dead pixel, it can end up looking like 3 or 4 dead pixels in a line. It's not even dead, it's like stuck on green, so it's even more annoying than a dead pixel. Whenever it's dark on the screen, I've got this bright green pixel there glowing, and it's really annoying. But yeah, it looks like 4 pixels in a row, but it is just 1 pixel. It's just where the lens works. I was trolling last night. I was trolling people streaming flight simulators, asking them what they would do if there was a bomb on board, and they would get really annoyed. But they were all too polite to kick me. Hello, it's all right. I'll just try and overtake you on the grass, seeing as you've just pushed me onto it. He's trying to send me to the kebab shop prematurely. Yeah, so I was trolling these streamers, and one of them was doing a giveaway, and I said, I'm gonna win the giveaway, and I was like, what's my prize? And I'm like, nothing. And then they did the giveaway automation bot where it picks someone out of the stream. There's like 50 people watching, and it picked me as the winner. But I hadn't followed them, so they're like, oh, you can't have the prize. But to be honest, it wouldn't have been fair for me to have the prize anyway, because there's people actually watching the stream that would benefit from it. But it's just so funny. I was like, oh, can I have my prize, please? But yeah, flight sim streamers are sort of normally quite they're not really that type of person, but like, their flight sim streaming is more sort of Twitch radio than it is Twitch gaming, because there's not really much going on in a flight sim. It's just a sort of relaxed, chilled out, it's a chilled out activity to do. It's its own thing. I wouldn't really class it as gaming, even further away than driving simulators are from gaming. So it's just funny. It's always good to annoy flight simmers. Type of people they get really irritated by it, but they're too polite and too nice to say. So yeah, that's just perverse enjoyment on my behalf there, but I'll have to mention them in a video to make up for it. I do feel a little bit guilty, not too guilty though. New kind of lawnmower, oh yeah. With the off-road driving, pretty much. I can't read your message, Joss, because it's covered by my steering wheel. When I turn it, new flight sims are only ever something bombs. Where's he going? Oh dear. Schrodinger's rotating race car. Although you could actually see where he was. I'm at Imola, Grey Wolf. The Grey Wolf roams the plains of the Jamunki Desert. Oh, the AC new company. Well,
The thing is, I should do a video on it actually. What's likely to happen is that they'll probably have like a contract in place where Stefano and Marcus, I can't remember his name. I get mixed up. They probably have a contract where they have to work at Kunos for at least a year, 2 years, probably at least a year to see the transition over, or if there is a transition. So for that year, things will pretty much stay as they are. After that, I wouldn't be surprised if in the long term they did sort of AC did sort of have a more of a console focus and maybe grew in size. I wouldn't be surprised if the new company wants to have it to be an IP that they themselves can then sell as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think in the short term it probably won't make too much difference. In the long term, it could go either way. It'd be nice to see AC grow and become a larger simulator. I wouldn't be surprised if modding becomes less of a thing for future versions of AC, if they go for more of the console route as well as it being on PC. I don't think it'll become an arcade game. I think I don't think they'll arcadeify it. There'd be no need to, because the handling model as it is. Oh, thank you very much. I knew that was coming. The handling model as it is really approachable. Like real cars are really approachable, so it wouldn't make any sense to simplify the handling. They probably have better assist though as an option. So yeah, well, it'll just be really interesting to see what they do to it. But I don't think it will just turn into a console game, which I think some people were worried about. We're finishing here. We're going to finish this race as a disaster. You do. The console's a far larger market than PC in terms of sales. It's harder to say with simulators, and especially a simulator that's heavily dependent on mods like Assetto Corsa. But then Assetto Corsa's also got some really key intellectual property like Ferrari and Porsche and what have you, so that draws in people that otherwise wouldn't buy a simulator. So yeah, in general, I think there's more money to be made on console than PC. Also, because console people, they're already happy enough to spend a ton of money on a gaming device that's crippled, slow, poor frame rates, doesn't even do 1080p at 60f most of the time, and it takes ages for updates and doesn't do modding. So they're just happy to throw money at things, way more than PC gamers that have spent all their money on buying games that they're never going to play on Steam. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. I think driving sims just keep evolving. I'm sure at its core, AC's got fantastic handling. Anything that adds more content to it, and maybe the dream would be for them to integrate some kind of iRacing type system to it. If they went in that direction, that would be superb. That would be the dream. But that's probably a bit too optimistic. I'm just going to have another look at another server. Video capture. Window capture. There we go. Yeah, the thing is, BRT, with the whole money injection thing is, in some ways that can allow the product to grow, but most of the time, it ends up being a sort of superficial thing in that you end up with more features and certain expansion, but the only thing in terms of expansion that would benefit from a money injection with AC is more just tracks, just having more tracks, because the game's already got plenty of cars and they're churning them out. And then in terms of stuff like physics improvements, I'm really happy with the physics in AC, but physics and core features are a hard thing to develop that you can't just throw people at to make better. So no, more money doesn't necessarily make those things better. So I wouldn't expect huge changes. It's possible that there'll be an Assetto Corsa 2 following on from this. It's a console and PC launch, console PC combined, and has more features and builds on AC. I think that's probably more likely now than it was before. It might happen sooner than it was going to before, but I don't know. That's all speculation. I just play with what you've got at the moment and hope for the best. That's pretty much the only approach you can take with software. Let's find a server. Yeah, I mean that's a really nice thing with in the last sort of 3 or 4 years, Trotter stand, you've definitely seen a reduction in the price of relatively good quality steering wheels. Like, you can pick up the G920, well, essentially the G25. You can pick that up for like £120 at times, £130, and then you can get the T300 for like £200. You can get sim rigs now for pretty cheap. I mean, the K2 cockpit that I'm using now is relatively cheap for what you get from it, and there's obviously smaller play seats and things that are relatively cheap as well. And then there's plenty of games now, sim games. So in the sim racing community, it seems there's like all this sort of pessimism about where sim racing is now, but actually, it's not really that bad. There's more games, more simulators. There's more people coming to it. There seems to be general growth in it. Uh, and there's always the old, if you're not happy with the new games, you can always go back and play the older ones. So that's the thing with like RBR. It's still there to be played. I don't want to do Barcelona with the GT3. Well, a GT3 is just too slow, unless it's the Porsche GT3, which isn't a GT3 car, which it isn't. So we're not doing that. They're not even H pattern shifter cars, which is annoying. Shelby Cobra would be good, but I don't have my H pattern set up properly. GT2 Spa. Ah, ah, no, missed it. Tried. Yeah, I don't know how much they'll grow. I mean, the thing is, I know. Well, my impression was that not Aris, what's his face? Stefano. My impression was that he, in general, he doesn't like management. He just wants to code. His sort of enjoyment is coding problems, especially physics, and getting it as good as possible and overcoming incredibly difficult coding problems. I think that's what he enjoys. That's his sort of core focus. He doesn't enjoy management, from what I understand. And I think this acquisition means, in some ways, that maybe one of their hopes is that he can focus on what he wants to do, get the coding, and someone else can come in and deal with management and business bullshit. Which this is happens with a lot of small developers. A lot of programmers don't like management. A lot of game developers don't like management. When I used to do more game development, the management doing the doing the tax, the staff stuff. I mean, you can get an accountant to do a lot of the really boring stuff, but in terms of business decisions, in terms of you have to all your meetings and everything, just all the shit that just builds up that gets in the way of the core product can actually be quite substantial and can take up a good amount of each day, or at least a sort of couple of days a week. So I think their hope is partially that maybe he can focus more on doing what he enjoys, not be as stressed about it, and then as a developer, they can hopefully improve the game, and maybe if they get bored of it, they can just leave the company in a year or so's time and work on something else. So yeah, I read Marcus Post. Seems fairly reasonable what he said. I mean, it's always hard to know when a company's bought as well, how long it takes before the entity that bought them starts going absolutely crazy and making stupid demands, because that generally tends to happen relatively fast. But so, you know, well, I think that's the main thing as a consumer, as a person that plays the game. You just have to see what happens, and if it's good, great. And if it isn't, play something else. That's the only choice you really got. I'm trying to find a good server to join here. We're not just talking, although we are. There's only 3 people in that one. What's that about? Yeah, they just need. I think the big initial thing to AC within this sort of grounds of what I think they generally would do as a company that they could do initially is a big track update, as you say, BLT. So everyone's got a whole bunch of core tracks and they're there. That would be a really big thing. And then after that, a huge thing would be basic, like the silly, boring features. But then just an online, if they could do online ranking like iRacing, not the same as iRacing, like sim racing system, a minimal, some sort of minimal ranking thing, that would be perfect. That and with sort of hosted servers, even if they charge for it, I'd be happy to pay a monthly fee for it. Just, I just feel like they're really missing out on it. I understand it's complicated to do and it's not simple, but that would be really nice for Assetto Corsa. iRacing I quite like, but it's too expensive what you get. There's all these like random issues. The handling I find quite irritating in terms of over the limit. Under the limit is really nice. Cars move around quite nicely, and you can sort of place them really nicely. But when it comes to actually pushing and getting the most out of the vehicles, I find it just there's a brick wall you hit that you have to stay under, and the objective is stay under that very defined wall, and you'll be successful. Go over it, and you probably have an accident, and there's nothing you can do about that. Or you might just you might get into some kind of locked slide that you can wait out that you might get away with, but I just don't find it enjoyable at a core level of driving, so it makes it hard to justify throwing the money on it. Come on, there's a server GT3. I don't want to drive GT3. Yeah, that's the other thing with iRacing is that you never feel like in my opinion, it should have been like you pay a rental fee and then it's all any car once you've got the license that you've earned in game, and that would be great, even if it was expensive each month. And you just know we're at $15 a month, whatever. That's it. That's the price to play iRacing. $15 a month. But I know I could drive anything. If I'm really good, I'll get better cars and I'll drive against better drivers. But as it is, you have to do this sort of first we need 250 quid, and then you need to like decide what you're going to buy, buying grouped content together. Then you have to make sure you buy it during a sale that might not even be the same. There's all this other crap you have to do, and it's like, just to play a game. Welcome to Whinging with Gamer Muscle videos. I'm trying to find a server. But yeah, you really need to. I think it's even gone up to like £300 now. If you wanted to really enjoy iRacing and get something like the Skip Barber, all the tracks that use that, the FR2, and all the tracks used with that, and then some of the Mazda and whatever tracks run with that, you're probably talking for a year. But you probably want to do it over 2 years to get the best value from it. So for sort of 2 years of being able to do iRacing, you're probably talking about £350 is the sort of price of it now, which is quite a lot of money for just a game. I mean, you know, you could do BRT, but I don't want to spend too much longer. I was hoping I could just get in one that's already full. I'm just going to join this, and I'm not because there's too many kind of set up the server awful. I'm being tortured by Assetto Corsa. At this rate, we'll be able to get the next sim racing system race. Yeah, we could do next time BRT hosts. We could definitely do more mod tracks. I might just go for this. I might if we've got 9 minutes until the Imola track starts again with the Titus. I might go back to that if I can't find another server because that it's good fun, especially if we're at the front. I can't see anything else that's running that looks good. Just got sort of somewhat fast car, so I might just do that. Absolute worst case, but we can try and get away through this single player. Yeah, we'll just go back to the Titus. Why did I leave it? We'll do that. Did you guys, you're watching, have you seen the video put up of the X-Plane 11 in the Rift? Because it is absolutely fantastic. Not the video. Of course the video is amazing because I made it. Oh dear. David Brent moment there. The actual X-Plane 11 is really good. The video could have been a bit better. But the X-Plane 11 in VR, although the frame rate's a bit low, is really amazing. It's definitely worth watching the video if you're curious. Right, let's try and get a qualifying lap in so we're at the front so we don't get taken out straight away. We don't need much fuel. I don't know, do you guys know in chat, do you guys know David John Gibbons, the guy with the good curtains? I think he's going to buy a PC, but he does streaming on the horn. He does streaming in AC with he does streaming of AC on the PlayStation, but I think he is looking to get a PC, and hopefully he'll be able to join in with us, which would be cool. But I was going to say, subscribe to his channel if you haven't. David John Gibbons. I know he's a bit of a peasant, but he's got amazing curtains, and it's nice to spread the love for us sim racers. Oh, you could do. Yeah, if you set it up, BRT, which Formula car are you going to put on it? Oh, it's drifting around here. Good curtains, yeah. He is a bloke, but he does have good curtains. I love long. Who doesn't like long, dangly curtains? That's the F1 car that's in the game. Oh, loading screen. I've loading screened myself again. How have I done that? Sorry, guys. I thought you guys liked seeing the loading screen. Thought that was what you come to this stream for. What are we doing? Where's the mouse gone? Come over here. There it is. Loading screen. Oh, 5 minutes. Let's get the mouse down. Get the mouse down. Sorry, ruined his hot lap. Terrible by myself, yeah. Whoa, cold tyres. Oh, AstroTurf. Okay, let's get a qualifying lap in. Let's do this. Here in my car. Feel safe in my car. In Titus. I'm not using big screen beta. I'm using Steam Open VR to mirror. And I'm using Revive, just even though I'm using the Oculus Rift, just so I can get a good frame rate for the video capture for the stream. What is he doing? Burnout? Do you know what? I really want to play Burnout. Oh, I'm gonna have to get. Oh! Get out my way! I've got an admission to make, guys. I'm not proud of this, but I think I might buy a PlayStation 4. You know. I think that the peasantry has risen in me, and there's a couple of games I want to play on it. I've been trying to resist the PS4 temptation, but there's a couple of games I want to play on it, and might have to pick one up and be a bit of a peasant. But the problem with it is, that's the thing, I don't actually really have a problem with the consoles per se. I mean, I own a Wii U, and I used to have a Nintendo DS and a Wii, and I used to have an Xbox 360 and a SNES and a Dreamcast. you know, I've always had 1 or 2 game consoles in the house, Game Gear, but the problem with modern games consoles is that you get the digital downloads on them, and you get locked into the stores, and then when the new console comes out, you can't play the bloody games anymore. That was like the big reason why I got rid of my Xbox, was because I was buying games 3 times on like PC and the Xbox and whatever else. So, but yeah, PlayStation 4, maybe I might pick one up. I'd quite like to review the Gran Turismo game when that comes out, but my steering wheel doesn't work with it, so I don't know how we'll get that working. I'll have to play it with a gamepad. Pure peasant racing. And then I really want to play the new Ico game. And I'd like to properly try PlayStation VR as well, even though I don't expect it to be better than the Rift and the Vive, but it'd be good to spend some time with it at least, for memory's sake. Try and get a lap in it. 2 minutes, so I think we'll get one more lap after this. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind playing. This is the other thing. The thing with consoles, in some ways, it's good with first-person shooters. Though playing with a mouse and keyboard is it's a much more intuitive and responsive way to play a shooter. I didn't really mind it with the Xbox playing the first Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, with the gamepad, because everyone's obviously using a gamepad, so everyone's playing in this weird crab-walky aim way. But also you've got games like Halo, where there's a lot of vehicle aspects to it, so the gamepad kind of makes sense. And then also all the games are balanced for console as well, so I don't necessarily mind it. It's really hard to get your head around it, and it's really irritating compared to using a mouse. I mean, I play a lot of Counter-Strike Go, so it feels really sluggish playing with a first-person shooter with a gamepad, but it can still be quite enjoyable. But yeah, it's just the online marketplace. The fee they charge you for the monthly internet to access games on, and they're not even private servers, you know, just people hosting it on the consoles. And then you do have some games where the frame rate's just appalling. I can put up with low quality graphics and you know, pop up and everything else, but I can't put up with sub 60 frame rate. It's like a minimum requirement to me, so oh well, we'll see. Grey Wolf 40, are you called Grey Wolf 40 because you like to play your games at 40 FPS? Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, you're right, BRT. Not all console shooters, but yeah, most of them have really wonky auto aim on them, which is a bit dodge. But I think that's where Halo, as far as console shooters go, I think that's where Halo did a really good job. Is that a lot of them, you know, they had reasonable melee combat in it, and a lot of it was more about how you sort of position yourself and how you work with your teammates. So, and then vehicles and everything else. So it wasn't really about snap aiming in the same way that PC shooters can be about. So it didn't really matter. But yeah, with stuff like COD or any console shooter that's essentially a PC shooter, Battlefield and whatever, then it's normally a bit of a disaster. Grey Wolf. So you got 39 people called Grey Wolf. I need a sip of my tea. I'm talking too much. I've lost my teacup. Yeah, 39 people called Grey Wolf. You had to go for 40. I think this is the last lap here because the thing's disappeared off the top of the screen. Doesn't say finished. There's the flags up. Oh no! You might as well just stick your head in the ground. You might as well just bury yourself. Once you got to 40, or where we position third, that'll do. Once you got to 40, you're literally practically dead. I mean, you've probably started rotting to some extent. So you might as well sleep in a coffin. Why waste everyone's time? Oh dear. My hair's going and my face is falling off, so can't talk myself. Probably be dead by the time I get to 35. Hi Simmer 514, who mods for the guy I was trolling. I was telling the guys about that earlier. Were you modding for the guy where I said I'd won the draw and then I won the draw? Or were you on the other channel? Oh dear, but it's pretty funny. I hope I didn't annoy the guy too much. I was just trolling. I was saying to the guys in this stream that one of the things with people that play flight simulators is that they're normally really laid back and super polite people. So if you are a bit of an arse, but you don't push it too far, they'll sort of grin and bear, and you can see them there. You can see that inside they're like, oh, I wish this guy would piss off out my channel. But they won't say it. They're just too nice. So I said I felt a little bit guilty for it, and I have to give them a shout out in the video to make up for it. But hopefully I didn't torment them too much. But it was certainly entertainment whilst I was lying in bed. Okay, so we've got the race about to begin. We've qualified in 3rd place. Can't complain with that. That should be a good enough place to avoid a crash. We've got enough fuel. I'm excited. Besides racing, if I can't shoot it, what's the point? That's a George Bush quote right there. Simmer had my back. Thank you, Simmer. That's the good thing about doing YouTube videos and being known known within the driving simulation community. You can get away with murder. That's the only reason I bother doing it. Well, off we go. No, I love driving simulators. I love flight simulators as well. So it's just good to try and hopefully promote them a bit more, get more people into them, and have more than just 2 or 3 channels. Oh, he's close. 2 or 3 channels streaming. Oh, that was a good catch. He sort of he did the old stamp on. Oh no, he's lost it. He did the old stamp on the accelerator and brake at the same time. This guy, he's not going to make the second part of the corner. What is he doing? Off to the sand dunes. Mummy, can we play in the sand? Yes, young Timmy. There you go. 90s combat flight simulators. Ah, do you remember? Do you remember Microsoft Combat Flight Sim? So good. So good. Especially at the time. And when you're flying high, it looked really nice. And there was also the... what was the... B-17 Flying Fortress was amazing. You actually got had the crew and you had to keep the morale up and stuff. Really, really immersive on a CRT screen. X-Wing TIE Fighter. What was the other one? I always forget its name. There's one where you were sort of with a spaceship. Was it called Far Space or something? But you were on your spaceship and you always had to do loads of missions protecting your mothership, flying around it. Yeah, I never really got into X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but... Free Space, that's it. That was really good. Really, really, really good, especially with the joystick. Super immersive, especially when my brain was maldeveloped. Probably still is pretty maldeveloped, but really good fun to play. Oh, I mean, those 90s games, I just get excited thinking about them. In some ways, I think that's partly why I really like VR, because it does sort of take you back to that 90s excitement for games, because a lot of it's new and a lot of it is kind of broken in some way, but it's, it's experimental. But towards the end of the 90s, there was that experimentation with new IP and people taking risks, but they were really polished games as well, and completely new. Or sort of quite nuanced variations, or like what was that RTS set in space as well? I can't remember names to save my life. But yeah, there were so many games that were just fantastic. I also like playing Air Attack, and of course people just started getting DSL and broadband in sort of early 2000s. But we play Midtown Madness on Wireplay on the 56k modem. So good. Cops and Robbers in Midtown Madness was so much fun. When you could get your modem to work and no one called your house, so you got disconnected. Oh, we're catching up. We're making our way to first place here. Yeah, great. I think the thing is, VR really helps get past that sort of jaded thing of graphics, because I think we got to a point where textures are pretty much as crisp as real life, but we kind of got stuck with lighting and shadows not being as good as real life. But if you look at Battlefront, the game was a complete bag of cow manure. The graphics, the photogrammetry, and the photogrammetry techniques that are starting to come in now, I think really do push things with 2D games to the sort of next level that is very noticeable compared to what we had previously. But VR, obviously, as well, really sort of pushes things up a notch, so it sort of gets you past that jaded thing of thinking that our games have stayed the same since GoldenEye. Though, if you load up GoldenEye now, you'll have a nervous breakdown. Choo Choo Rocket on the Dreamcast, yeah. I've got that on my phone at the moment, actually. They had it on Humble Bundle. Yeah, because I had a Dreamcast. Jet Set Radio. So good. So good. Such a good game. I've got that on Steam. I need to play that. I don't think people appreciate me streaming it, and I'll get done for music infringement. Oh, look, the bat marker has just took out the guy for me. Thank you. I think I'm in first place. I am in first place. All because the bat marker took him out. Thanks for following whoever clicked the follow button. Really appreciate it. Welcome to Gaming Muscle Videos, where we talk about 90s game nostalgia. Lucomp, thank you for following. Is there anything you want me to check out for you, Grey Wolf? Because Oculus were kind enough to give me a Rift and a Touch, but they've also I've got an unlocked Oculus account, so basically I can play anything on the Oculus store, which is really handy for reviews. That's why we've been using the Rift a lot. I haven't put many videos out recently, but we are churning our way through stuff. So if there's anything that you particularly want to know about, let me know, and I'll bump it to the top of my list of games I've been going through, so I'll let you know if it's worth getting. Well, I found that the GoldenEye Source mod BR2 was actually better than the original GoldenEye when it comes to just sort of pretending as if you're playing what you remember GoldenEye to be. That does the job better. But GoldenEye, with a couple of people sat around a TV, and also when it first came out, it was one of the first games to have Rumble support. I mean, other than GoldenEye, it was just Star Fox and Mario 64 that had Rumble. I mean, you got the Rumble pack with Star Fox if you bought an N64. I think Star Fox was one of the launch titles, and yeah, the Rumble pack, but only one person would probably have the Rumble pack because they only got that with Star Fox at the time, and it was bloody expensive. Sat around playing GoldenEye, so good. Also, one shot, one kill, archives. That's where the excitement was to be found. I'm gonna well, I'm not. I think my girlfriend's gonna pick up a Nintendo Switch as well, so that'll be interesting too. I'll probably review it. She's buying it, but I'm gonna sneak it off her. I don't know how I'll be able to do video capture it. Maybe I'll have like a streaming option. It's essentially like a Razer tablet, I think, then rebranded to Nintendo. But we'll just get it for Mario Kart, even though it's the same Mario Kart as what's on the Wii U. But I think that'll be quite interesting. I think it's a rip-off for what you get, but it's Nintendo, so what do you expect? So I'm going to be turning into a complete peasant. What's happened? I'll have to offset it by playing lots of VR games. We've absolutely destroyed everyone on this set. We're 12 seconds ahead of first base. Granted, he was taken out, but still. Oh yeah, well, the clip they showed of the new Mario though was a little bit limited, I think. In that, I think it's you sort of go to different locations, so they kind of just showed. I think they only showed that city location. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. It should be a lot better than. I think more appealing to an older age group than some of the previous ones in terms of visual presentation. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't think the whole game is set in the real world. I think what it is it's more like a Mario goes through like portals to different styles of world, if that makes sense, and the real world like setting is just one of the settings. Someone did a sort of breakdown of the level that they showed off, and it did look more as if it was the concept was that you sort of go through maybe kind of like Mario Galaxy, but with portals to different worlds that are stylistically different. So I think it'd be quite interesting. I like the haptics on this Switch as well. It seemed quite interesting. I really like force feedback and haptics controllers, and it's really exciting. So that will be genuinely interesting to try out. Yeah, I'm not really into Zelda. It's not really my cup of tea. So, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good game. I'm sure it'll be a really good game, but it just it doesn't really excite me. So, but maybe I'll pick it up and play through it. Who knows? I say that, I'll probably just end up sat in my sim rig playing driving simulators. We'll get all these consoles, and then I'll be like, oh, what do I play? And I'll be sat playing Assetto Corsa, Rocket League, and Counter Strike. That's what I always end up going back to. And then VR games. Look at this, these guys are going so slow. What are they doing? Back markers. Yeah, I played about 4 hours of Ocarina of Time on the A64, and I was just like, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I mean, at the same time, Half-Life 1 had come out, and it's like, okay, what is Ocarina about when you've got Half-Life on your PC? I've got my Voodoo 2 to use. Why am I playing bloody Ocarina of Time? Okay. Guess he just let me pass. You shall pass. Youth and Twitch, thank you for following. Thank you for clicking the follow button, and welcome to Gamer Muscle Videos. Oh, we've won! Congratulations to me. Congratulations, I feel like I've accomplished so much. And the pit crew go wild! Yes, let's go to another server. I feel like flying the cess. Oh, leave the mic on the head. Sorry, guys. My tea. Oh, the F1 server. Let's go to that. What's it called? Have you called it Game of Muscle? That'd be nice if you have. Jamais muscle, as the French would say. Joueur muscle. Server. Let's put the window on so we can forget to turn it off. There you go. I'm searching for gamer, but it's not coming up, BRT. I think you've lied to me again. Is it lowercase? Why is it case sensitive? Do Kunos use Linux servers? Oh no, it's just not coming up. I'll have to browse. Is it passworded? Sorry about the ruffling sound when I move my headset on my head. Probably really annoying. Oh, include empty server. This is why. I'm an idiot. We already knew that. We already knew that. And no, it was me being stupid. Don't worry. Filter peasant. That makes me want a filtered coffee. Right. I've been drinking a lot of coffee recently with my cafe press that I got for Christmas. Absolutely amazing. Don't know what I've been missing out on. Oh, hang on. Oh, we missed another sim racing system race, but it's the F3 car, so it doesn't matter.
Does not matter. Oh. German gamers. Gamer Muscle, that guy, Ferrari F318. Is this the new Formula One car? That's the older one, isn't it? Look at this, we're going to turn the loading screen off before we actually get to the track. No, the Titus is like I don't even know what it is, like F2, slower than F2 car. I don't know what it's classed as. I don't have the curves and all the business set up on this, so we're gonna drive awful, but who cares? I got the loading screen, don't you worry. It's gonna join one tick. Whoa! Nice. Okay, we've got to flick up through the gears. Stiff brakes. Ho ho ho! I feel like I'm in a spaceship again. Oh, Max Swift has joined. Welcome. Wonder if he's watching the stream. Oh! Jesus! This car's got grip. I was surprised. I mean, it's a Formula 1 car, but I was lifting there and it's totally... Oh my god! Too much grip there. Let's turn the full speed back down a touch as well, though. But I'm so used to the cars sliding. Hi, Max Swift. It's like Max Verstappen's brother. Hello, I am Max Swift, and for some reason I have a really, really strange accent that doesn't even make any sense at all. Yes, that's how Max Swift talks, everybody. Studied his accent. Where did you add the setup to on the server? We didn't downshift. We goosed flat out as well. Oh, you can. Doesn't even care, this car. See, the thing is, I mean, I think if you're really good at driving and you're totally on the limit balancing this would be a fantastic vehicle. If you're a little bit shitty at driving, then I think that's where the Lotus 125, what is it, 125? The Lotus Richman F1 car comes in, because it's a little bit more chilled out. What? Okay, I have to get your setup. Is it in the server? Did you probably didn't? You probably said. Okay, we have to go into the corner with a bit better angle than that. We've not quite got the racing line through there. A little bit of work needed on that. Josh the boss has joined. Look at this, it's like a small birthday party. We've got 4 other people in here. Who's bringing the cake? I haven't put any party bags together. Could do with some chocolate cake. It actually slows down quite a lot off the throttle. Cut that a little bit too much. A little bit too much there.
Still learning the layout with this car. This is the problem with learning tracks with different cars. You then have to relearn it with the next one when you're going a slower vehicle. Whoa! We're absolutely hammering the force feedback here. Nice and weighty. A little bit of it, I think a tiny bit of a lift to do the trick there. Oh! Oh, thank God we don't have an OSW because my wrist would have been wrenched off then. Showboat for the camera. Let's check out the setup. Fantastic car. I haven't really spent much time with it. Back to the pits. I don't know, where did you put the setup? Has BRT sent it to me on Steam or something? I don't understand where the setup is. Or is it already on the server? Can you do that in AC? I don't think you can. It doesn't matter because we're driving terrible anyway. Slick mediums. Oh, hang on, look. Slick softs, that's what we want. Yeah, that'll do. Don't need that much fuel either. Oh, look at this. The wheel's updating as I type it in. That's really cool. These tyres look darker. Got a hair on my wrist that's tickling my nostril. Will it grip? Easy. 133 is your PB. Okay. We'll have to try and beat it. We have to beat it because we've got more expensive equipment. If I don't beat your PB, then it makes me look, and makes me, and the equipment that we're using, well, it just makes me look terrible. I think with Formula cars, the PT1 pedals do give you an unfair advantage. But when you don't know the racing line... Whoa! Flopping everywhere. Got another driver, that's good. Can't believe there's a hair on my nose in the rift that's tickling my nostril. Not good. Oh, you could totally cut that. I don't know if that's a faster way of doing a corner, but... Slowly carving out the lap. Whoa! Thanks for following. You can do that flat out. Welcome to Game Muscle Videos, new person. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel if you haven't, on Game Muscle Videos on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to pop out a PB here. I need to follow someone around the track that actually can drive it. It's the fastest way to pick up the racing line. "10 seconds off the pace." That's flat out. Bloody hell, this car's like a rocket ship. Where did you put this setup, BRT? Oh, can we use well, we can use DRS. In quali. It's 2 seconds on the straight at least. There's one problem with people from the chat room joining the server is that the chat room goes quiet because everyone's busy focused on trying to guide the car around the circuit without driving into a wall. Oh, that was close. Oh, too much. Cut too much off that. God, you'd be clenching your seat with this car in real life. I guess they're quite shapely, the Formula 1 cockpit seats. They're moulded to the drive, which is a good thing because otherwise your buttocks would clench the seat into your anal cavity and you'd be in trouble. You'd have a fiberglass bum hole. Let's get ready for the race here. What tyres are we going for? A slick soft? We'll go for slick soft. That did us fine for quality. We're still learning the layout of that, so it doesn't really make any difference. Let's see how this goes. Beautiful track, Silverstone. Always this sunny in real life. Look at my steering wheel in game, looks fantastic. Got a nice sort of Alcantara finish on it, or suede finish on it. Here we go. Lights on the screen. Kind of rev the engine. Oh, the cars behind us just crashed. Oh, that was my fault. I wasn't. Oh, race restart. We'll keep going. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking in my rear view mirror at the cars that crashed. That probably caused that accident because I wasn't changing gear. And that's nice, the force feedback though. How again, you can feel how much grip you've got by how light it is when the tyres are cold. Got Jack L behind us, he seems to be faster than us. Whoa! Curbing's a bit rough. I need to turn the force feedback down for curbing because it's totally yanking the steering wheel out of my hands. Hi, Iridemain. Iridemain? Iridemain. Whatever your name is, I'm using the TSPC Racer with the Formula 1 rim. The Thrustmaster TSPC Racer. And then I'm sat in the K2 cockpit. You get an idea of the rig I'm sat in if you just type in Simetik K2 cockpit review. I've not got my webcam on today. Couldn't be bothered to set it up. Oh, nice one. Wicked mentions. Welcome to the stream, then. What do you watch on the YouTube? The sim racing or the VR videos? It's interesting to know what people prefer. I'm definitely going to go back to doing more VR videos. I think we were doing a bit too much Assetto Corsa, to be honest. Just sim racing, and it's gonna be nice to get back into VR again a bit more. I think I was boring the viewers of the channel to death a little bit. Oh, nice one. That was ages ago, that review. But the yeah, that S88 shifter is pretty good. Still using it now, but I seem to have a problem with one of the gears on it. I don't think it's the hardware that's the problem. I think I've got well, it's partly a hardware issue. It's partly to do with USB addressing. Oh, so you only come for the sim racing stuff. Fair enough. But I think the sim racing videos I've been putting out could be a lot better, though, to be honest. I mean, been a bit rubbish recently. Try and pep the YouTube channel up a bit. The one thing that's really sort of held things back is that it's only really AC and iRacing that have the VR support at the moment. And whenever I play driving simulators myself, which is not often when I get footage to then put together a review afterwards, yeah, it's only really been able to play AC, so it'd be nice if the other simulators add VR support to them. Are you in the UK, Wicked Dimensions? Whoa. BRT's rocketed off. I think we're catching with him though, and he's probably slowed down as we slowly get to grips with this vehicle. BRT can watch out. Whoa, reading the chat room, I was driving a Formula 1 car, not good. Most of the time complaining. Well, you missed the earliest streaming earlier today. I was complaining. What was I can't even remember what I was complaining about. I was whinging about something. Yeah, the thing is, I get, well, you get viewers, don't you, for complaining? So that's why people do it. And it takes more effort to actually do a good video that's, if you're going to complain properly and be nuanced about it, actually takes quite a lot of research and effort. So I can see why people just complain, because it gets people talking in the chat room and you get more views. So I understand why people do it. But yeah, for me personally, I don't, complaining in the YouTube video is not really productive. It's better off to just play something you enjoy, I think, for the most part. I'm sure I will complain in some videos though. Alright, Grey Wolf 40. He's fallen asleep in his old age. Poor guy. He's probably going to die in his sleep tonight. And it'll be my fault. I'll read it in the obituaries. It'll be like, sadly, an online user that went by the name of Grey Wolf 40 died in his sleep after being tormented by Gamer Muscle. It's said that Gamer Muscle called him old and that he should stick his head in the ground and get on with it. This was the most likely contributing factor to his premature death. Well, hopefully you don't die in your sleep. If you do, let's hope it's quick and painless, whilst dreaming about beautiful women or men, whatever you're interested in. Goats, I don't care. Let's hope that you die. If you do die, I'm not saying that you will. So if you die in your sleep, you die whilst dreaming about something fun. And it doesn't hurt. On that note, thank you for watching the stream. See you next time. Oh, you're from Holland. That's cool. You missed out a really bad Dutch accent earlier. Oh. Again, with these Formula cars, you kind of just start falling into a trance with them. Fortunately, it seems that other people struggle to drive this. Like BRT has gone off into the distance, about a lap ahead. Oh, we've got one car behind us that's caught up. I was just saying that people were struggling, but Josh the boss, he's catching up with us. So, welcome to this Formula 1 car. I'm Sean Connery. What am I doing? I need to do like impersonation lessons. One day we'll be good at them. Yeah, well, I don't have an excuse, Wicked Dimension, because I'm using my Proto Simetik pedals, which are absolutely incredible pedals. So, my bad driving is totally inexcusable. I'm enjoying it, though. I'm enjoying driving badly, and I feel like I'm slowly getting towards the general layout of the track. I don't know why I'm waving my hand around. You can't see it in the game, and I've not got my webcam on, so that's not any use. Look at this, we're getting faster at each lap. Well, the T3PA pedals are fine, to be honest. I mean, I used G25 pedals for like 5 years, and they did the job. They're perfectly fine. I actually got really good at them. I set a couple of in the international hot lap competitions. I got in the top sort of 50 with those pedals, so you know that's good enough for me. It wasn't like a serious competition though, so it wouldn't have probably be like a top 300, 400 in a proper competition. But for me, I was happy with them. I quite like the pedals that you get with the T500 as well, actually. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I quite like the brake on them. Ghost Cavell pedals, yeah. Josh the boss is right on our bum. He's giving us a little pat. I feel like I'm being molested by Josh's nose cone. What is it with people sticking the nose combs up my arse today? It's happening every time, every server, every game. The only difference here is I know Josh. Well, I don't really know him, but I know him from the stream, so it's like it's a more friendly tap on the bottom. Oh, has he just lost it? No, he hasn't. He's still behind us. Does it have a rubber dampener on the T3PAs for the brakes, so you can apply harder pressure to it? Or is that still only available through a mod? Oh, Josh, you little flannel! Oh, I was hoping he was going to get himself caught on the sausage there. Josh is a naughty boy. Oh, where am I going? I think you should get them, and in the process of getting them on Amazon, you should definitely click on my Amazon affiliate link underneath my videos. So yes, get them, buy them straight away. Remember that Amazon has a 30-day refund, or at least in UK or Europe, a 7-day refund as part of the distance selling regulations. So if you don't like them, you can just take them back, and they'll take them off, and you get full refund. So definitely worth clicking on my associate link and buying them. That's a box of Twinings tea right there. £100 item. I think you get like 1.5%. No, it's not quite a box of Twinings then. It's a box of Aldi red label tea bags, that. But you know, you got to hustle. Can you plug those straight into? Are they USB though, the T3PAs? I don't know if they are, or if they use the telephone cable, the RJ45 cable that the bog standard Thrustmaster pedals use. Well, I mean, this is one of the things with this TSPC racer. It doesn't have the console support, which wouldn't matter normally to me, but as I say, I'm thinking of picking up a PS4 for Gran Turismo to give it a proper review and some of the other games, and it'll be a shame not to have a wheel to be able to play the game with. I've got a pair of Club Sport V2 pedals actually. They are really good. I need to eBay them. Now I've got these PT ones, but the Club Sport V2s were quite nice, but I think the circuit board on them was a little bit finicky at times, and the load cell had a habit of flickering at times as well, so Fanatec were really good with the support and sent us out a new load cell, and they also sent out a new dampener. So I can't really complain. And they did it within like 2 days postage as well, so that was really good. I think Fanatec really improved their support after a lot of people complaining a few years back. Yeah, Trotter's last stand. I think that I've got a flat spot. My tyre's bouncing up and down like a baboon. Sellotape to the wheel arch. I think having the pedal mod with the G25 pedals, or you know, G29, G27, whatever, the Logitech pedals, should do most people fine. Really. The carpet grip on the G25 pedals is always really good as well. If you're a desk racer, which I was for quite a few years. We were literally centimetres from smashing Josh the boss. Flat spot, disaster. Fortunately, I don't have an OSW. When you flat spot your tyres on an OSW, like a real car, you're going to get RSI within 3 laps. Josh is getting it. I didn't know Josh was this good with Formula cars. He's on it. Oh, his computer's not though. He might be driving it fast. His computer can't keep up with his steering inputs. Yeah, load cells are awesome. When just the ability to stamp on it and the general feel you get. I'd find it hard to go back to. Well, I've tried potentiometer based brakes when playing Forza on the PC with the Thrustmaster T300 pedals, and it's just like, oh my god, it's such a chore. And that's with Forza's got wonky driving assist and everything, so I think you can still drive quite good with potentiometer pedals. You just have to learn sort of wonky techniques to get the most out of them. But going from load cell to them is certainly difficult. Oh, okay. Oh no, I tried and I almost died. This is fantastic. This feels really nice. Why is Josh so slow out there? He's got his DRS. I've not been using my DRS. Look at this. These cars cost like £3 million each, and we're side by side. Fortunately, simulators allow you to not care about the cost. What's he stopped for? Has he run out of fuel? I think he's run out of fuel. Champion. Fuel decision here. We had more than we needed. I think the you know the Pro mod that you can get for the V3 pedals. I think that's quite similar. The sort of the plastic dampener which replaces a PU foam. It still has a small bit of PU foam in it, but I think that dampener is a massive improvement. And that's basically the PT1 pedals use that sort of rubbery plastic dampener. So I think with that Pro mod, I think it works with the V2 pedals as well as the V3s. I think that's a massive improvement for the Fanatec pedals. We're quite interested to try it. Oh yeah, well Josh has been defeated by Ferrari pit strategy. I'll take the second place. I worked for it. Josh was cheating with his fuel levels, and he didn't have enough to get him to the end of the race. It serves him right, really. It's your punishment for underfueling your car, Josh. You deserve that loss. Josh, the loss. What? Can you send me the setup, BRT? Send it on link on Steam, and I'll put it in chat so everyone can get it, and then everyone's on the same footing. Why is it that the frames haven't dropped now? That's really weird. So I think having the higher bit rate was actually just causing our computer to drop frames, which is weird because it wasn't noticeable. Maybe it's just OBS. I can't see it in the setup menu. Look, if I go to setup, is it? Where would it be? There's nothing here. Would it be on this track? I didn't know you could do that with the on the server side. Or is it? I didn't use the curves because I was too busy trying not to crash. Where have you put this setup, BRT? Who? Oh no, we've had like 3 or 4 people click the follow button for a casual stream. That's not bad. I think Joss has died, unfortunately. Oh, there you go. Shared it on Google Drive. So, yeah. I always used to like having it so that the brakes were super sensitive with potentiometer-based brakes. I'm just going to put the headset down. So my mic might be a bit quiet, sorry. I'll rejoin the server actually to get the I think my wheel might actually be broken. Listen to this. I think we've the fan in the TSPC racer might be broken. We'll have to give him a call. Get the Thrustmaster to fix it. I probably will get an OSW, but I wanted to buy this TSPC racer to review. Where are we going? Setups. What car was this? Was it the F3112? No, F318. Yeah, and the thing with OSW is once you've got it, you're set for life. Hi, Paul English. Welcome to the stream. I would give it to you if I was rich. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a pauper at the moment. Load setup. There we go. That all worked. Nice. Let's see if we can beat our PBs. Oh, my tea. Let's sip of my tea first. Paul English, I can't see the your messages in the headset unless you type in on Twitch. So you'll have to go to Twitch, the stream on Twitch, if you want to chat for me to see it. Because I can only see Twitch chat in game. Yeah, you really need a sim rig before you get an OSW, like as you've pretty much said. So yeah, and I think Fanatec make the best cheap rims. I mean, they're not cheap, but you know what I mean. If you get them second hand, like the BMW rim and their Formula rim, you get them second hand. Or you just get the Fanatec, the Thrustmaster rims, but you can mod them to work on the OSW with like a quick release system. So I think it makes much more sense to get the OSW though than to get the CS, the Club Sport Wheelbase V2. But I think from on the seat and cockpit side of things, well, hey, this is a bit looser. On the seat and cockpit side of things, the Simetik K2 cockpit that I'm using now is easily the best value rig you can get in terms of it being solid. Out of all the cheaper rigs I've tried, they'll all like bend and wobble if you start putting OSW. I put an OSW and an AccuForce wheel on the race room rig and the whole thing was bending. It's just not built enough for it. But this Simetik cockpit, there's a video of me reviewing it standing on the wheel plate. So it flexes less than a wooden desk. Yeah, I quite like the BMW Fanatec rim. I've tried the Formula rim and the Fanatec one. They in terms of feel, holding them, they feel very realistic. I think this Formula rim on the TSPC race is quite nice though, having said that. But the other rims that Thrustmaster do, I think it's only the Alcantara one. The Alcantara GT rim is the only other one they do that's sort of realistic. Actually feels realistic. I've not tried it, but I'm just going by what other people said. This is a bit easier to drive this. Hi Terra21, welcome to the stream. Super stealer, but yeah. Well, that's if you've got the skills and the time. But even then, the Simetik K2 cockpit, I mean, they have sponsored me in the past. So bear that in mind. But it's it's under £300 with shipping and everything, all inclusive. It's pretty hard to beat that value, even if you were to do it yourself. If you were to include the amount of time, the effort, picking up everything, fuel to pick everything up, you know, unless you've got all the equipment there to hand, it's pretty hard to beat it. But yeah, building your own rig is the only way to get, you know, exactly what you want. A nice thing with the K2 cockpit as well, I'm just pitching it, the adjustability of it. So I think that's the other thing I'd want to do. Ideally, when I'm frail and old, I will probably build my own rig, but I'd want to dial it all in beforehand with a rig that's more adjustable, and then I know exactly what I want and what I'd be comfortable with. And so that's a nice thing with the Simetik cockpit, is you can fiddle with different stuff, lock it down, it's still very solid. We're using BRT setup here, so probably going to gain like half an hour per lap. They do the OSW, don't they, Simulab? I really like the 8020 rigs. Ah, BRT and his extra sensitive accelerator. It's probably better though, I just have to be careful with cold tyres. 8040, why is it 8020? But yeah, I think those are the best all-round do-it-yourself rigs. Cost quite a bit, but you get the adjustability there, and if you ever move in house or you need to move it into a different room, it's really easy to sort of disassemble it. Hi, Boram Shoj. Yeah, sure, just jump in. It's Game of Muscle server. Just search for it on the server list. It's about to go to race, but I think you can join with the race session started. So just come in and join us. Come on in and join the fun. Bugatti. 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 Alright, Seb BFR. Thanks for turning up, and it was nice chatting with you. Right, see you next time we stream, and probably catch you on the YouTube videos if not. Off we go to the start-finish line for this late night race at Spa. Let's get enough fuel in the vehicle. It's a good starting point. We need petrol. Let's put a little bit more in just in case. There we go. BRT's giving us his setup, so we'll see. We'll see if we can keep up with him. Get the camera nice and straight. Sometimes you got to distribute, yeah. The nice thing with buying consumer stuff, Wicked Dimension, is often it's easier to eBay. Like an OSW is going to be really hard to eBay, but any of the sort of lower down wheels, Fanatec wheels, you'd probably be able to get 70% of the value back on eBay. So that's always a positive. Here we go, lights on the screen, and it's go, go, go. I'm not sure if you're meant to go up into third gear. It's probably a launch control option, but we're not using it. BRT set this set up to be slippier than a penguin on a glacier, so we have to watch out for that. So actually, it's not that bad, but compared to the default setup, that's more understeery. I think OSW though is certainly worth getting. Of all the things, it will last forever, and it does. It's the only wheel I've used that fundamentally acts like a real car steering wheel, even more so than the AccuForce wheel. It always stays with the simulator of the game, and it has the strength of sort of like GP2 cars, whatever you be racing. If you're driving road cars though, or GT2 or something, you know, like a T300 is probably fine because they don't give out that stronger force feedback, and they're only going wild if you're driving badly. I don't know, Terra 21. I hope he's alright. I know he gets a little bit depressed at times, so I have to check up on him. He's probably just been busy. But I haven't spoken to him. I haven't been on the Sim Racing Portugal TeamSpeak for a while either. Oh, watch out. Flat out through there. Look at our time going up or down. We're going to get a new PB if we don't make a big mistake. Got Josh the boss back on the backside again. Hi, Wicked Dimensions. We talked about that earlier, so I won't go over it again. You have to use the rewind button. Where's Josh the boss getting his speed from? He's too good. Just try and stick with him. The thing is, I'm too delicate with Formula cars. I do all this driving with like the Porsche Cup cars and GT3 cars. And then when I go to Formula, I sort of approach them totally wrong. Because you've got to be a lot more aggressive with the shifting, the braking, and oh, Scheisen! That's a bit of a kick on that. Oh, nearly killed myself. Bloody hell, that's close. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be able to. He'll be able to buy one of the guitars he wants. It's pretty good though, because you know I've been following Kunos since like Netcar Pro days, and you know it's nice that they've actually finally, after decades of working on something for not that much, they've actually not only been successful with AC, but now actually got the financial reward from all that work. Because often with game developers, software developers, I mean, sometimes they make an absolute fortune for the amount of work they do, but most studios, most developers, relative to the skills and actual intellect and work they have to put into it, don't tend to get paid off in games anyway. So it's nice that they've actually been paid off. And that I know everyone has a go at him for him getting angry at people's comments, but he is a really nice guy. He just gets pissed off when people just ask him the same questions or demand stuff over and over again. So, and he is like an honest guy. So, I prefer someone to be outwardly honest and show when they're annoyed by something than hide it behind the corporate thing. But I guess now they've sold AC, we're just going to get PR people responses. People go, when are you going to put this in the game? And they'll go, we really value your input, and we aim to have all the features possible in Assetto Corsa. We'll get back to you on that. So yeah, no, I think it's good. I'm happy they sold it and got some money. And as I said earlier, I hope AC develops in a positive way. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll just play something else. It's all you can do as a lowly peasant consumer. BRT's on fire in this car. I need to drink some of what he's drinking. Although BRT's actually crashed and is behind us, so at the moment Josh the boss is our true rival. Although actually I'm still racing against myself at this point, trying to get a good lap time. Wicked dimension. Well, I mean, that's the thing. What can you do? People complain on forums, and I guess it's good to voice your concern, and it can be quite therapeutic to whinge about things. I always whinge about stuff on comments on Virtual On, what have you, be Sim Racing, Reddit. It's good for you to whinge, but at the end of the day, all you can do is play what you can play. Ah. How are they using DRS and I'm not or something? Why are they so fast? Oh! Scared the crap out of me, God. Did a tyre in my face? It's BRT. BRT's filthy tyre right in my nostril. Bloody hell, BRT. I think Josh has had an accident and we might catch up. We're slowing down too much on some of these corners. Yeah, that's the other thing with AC. A lot of people complain about it because it doesn't have certain features they want. And I mean, there's obviously features I'd like in it, and there's stuff that many people would consider to be basic features. But to be honest, from what they set out to do with it and how much we paid for it, you can't really complain. The basic driving is arguably some of the best. The actual tyre model, how it affects the car, maybe not in terms of how it heats up and in terms of direct realism for specific setups and what have you, but in terms of how the cars actually respond to the driver input and how the cars move around the track, I think it's probably one of the most realistic sims in that regard. And then you've got all these vehicles. The DLC is not particularly expensive for the quality of the cars that you get. They've added tracks to it for free. It's got laser scan circuits as well, and granted they might not be as detailed as the laser scan circuits in our racing, but again, for half for free or in the DLC where it's not particularly expensive, I don't see what there is to complain about, but there you go. I mean, obviously you can always complain, and I understand people complaining, but in terms of really genuinely being angry about it or something, I don't think people really are that angry about it. They're probably just whinging online. I think even the people that come across as really negative towards AC or any sim, if in real life meeting up with a developer, they're probably like, "Oh, thanks for making the sim, really enjoyed it." It's just the internet allows people to sort of talk in a different way, so you sort of have to factor that in how you read it. I think AC just needs more tracks in general. That's one. The only thing that I think it's missing out on is tracks. I don't know if my DRS is working or not. I'm pushing the button. Can't see the icon. We've got this car behind us. I think it's BRT, trying to wiggle his way through. It is BRT. Oh dear, we almost killed ourselves twice there. Oh, he's got past. I don't even know if I have to hold down the DRS myself or if it's... Because BRT is opening and closing his DRS repeatedly. I'm not. What's going on? Normally it should show on my little sidekick dash. That's one thing I don't like about Formula Cars. I know it's part of the point of Formula Cars, but you have all these systems that you don't know sometimes if it's your driving that's wrong or if it's just because you've forgotten about some system. Okay, there we go, we've got DRS. Okay, and you have to push it once, according to the button glowing. And you've got to just be within this second and a half of the car in front, I guess. Which we no longer are. Yeah, cars are harder. Good cars are harder to make than a track, but a track is a lot of work. I mean, a car's a lot of work as well, but a track, from a developer side standpoint, I think they can be very, very costly. It's a lot of work if they laser scan it. Probably a lot more than a car if it's laser scanned. And then in terms of man hours, you know, a track's just a lot of 3D modelling, a lot of time. So though a car in many ways is more complicated to do well, and a track is more of a sort of process. Oh my titty bum bum. Can't believe I've done that. What an anus. Yeah, so I think that's why tracks are less common in AC because they take more time to make. Oh, my button box isn't plugged in, so we can't use that. Yeah, well, the Donington Park track's really good for AC. Donington, what else is there? There's a couple of tracks. The Paul Ricard circuit is amazing. There's a whole bunch of tracks that are really nicely done for AC. Yeah, I need to set up the car. I can't even... I don't think it's even using the curve system or anything properly. Because we're just losing so much time. Our best lap is like 5 seconds. 5 seconds slower. Yeah, Bridgehampton's pretty cool as well. But I think on that note, we're going to end the stream. What I'm going to do though, if you will, if you want to, is if we can host someone else, so they know that they're appreciated, and raid someone else's Twitch chat. But we'll probably do some sim racing system tomorrow. This was more of just a little bit of a casual stream in AC. I need to get the curves and stuff set up. I wasn't even planning on driving for that long, and it's now 1 in the morning. I was just going to play for like 40 minutes, and we've just been playing AC for about 2.5 hours. This is what happens. So let's. Who should we host? Can you guys think of a good channel to host on Twitch? Who can we raid? Yeah, Sim Racing System's got a lot more popular recently, so it's just make sure you get on from sort of like 7 to 10 is the best time to really do it. If you have you signed up for it yet? Oh look, we've got these guys. Oh, it's Matt Malone. He's playing iRacing. We should host him. Why not? He needs viewers. He's only got 300 live viewers. We'll give him a host. So okay, guys, don't forget to click follow if you haven't on our channel, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. We will stream again tomorrow, probably on Sim Racing System. Make sure you sign up, and I'll see you on there. Let's host this channel and raid them. If they notice us, they probably won't, because they've got 250,000 people already watching. Such is the price of them being popular. I don't even know if this works. I'll see you guys soon, though. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Is it gamer muscle? I might have missed that. Thank you so much for the host. Welcome. Can we get a shout out? We just got raided, guys. Battle down the hatches. No, that's not right. Batten down the hatches. That's what it is, guys. I get words. Words come out of my mouth. Batten down the hatches. Getting raided. I think he said gaming muscle. Gamer muscle, yes. Gamer muscle, welcome, dude. How the hell are you? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome everybody from Gamer Muscle. Everybody here, go check out Gamer Muscle. Baffle down the latches, yes. Oh boy. We're trying to win this race. I've actually just been lollygagging a little bit. Oh, well, thank you. Yes. Yeah, it's one of those Mondays, you know. Everybody's got a case of the old Mondays. You said that or on my job, you get your ass kicked. I'll make sure to check you out, Gamer Muscle. I don't think I've ever seen your Twitch stream. To be honest, I don't watch too many streams, but I try to when I can.
Right
side. Clear.
Hey man, how's your British accent? My British accent? Oh bloody hell! What do we have here? Is that a monster race, you say? Ah fuck, I got a 1x. Oh bloody hell, I got a 1x! Yeah, first Solstice I've seen too. I don't know what kind of accent that was. I think the eBay spray's wearing off. Oh bloody hell! Oh yeah, me and Samantha got into an argument yesterday about the word bloody. So I'm thinking it's more like the word damn. Wait, what was her argument? Oh, so I'm thinking the word bloody is like a little bit worse than saying the like damn. Like, oh, I got a damn 1X. Oh, I got a bloody 1X. Like, what is it like? Like, is it worse or on the same lines as like the word damn? You guys would know. Oh, we got some. We got a bat tail. Damn is worse. Really? Shit. Can you just lie for me? I want to win an argument. I want to win at least one argument with Samantha. Damn is worse? Dang it. She said bloody is like, it's like nothing. It's just like, it's that, like if you say like, okay, so which one is actually more vulgar to say? If you walk into let's say the kitchen is a complete mess, and you walk in, it's like, be like, damn, this kitchen. Wait, like, this kitchen is damn. Wait, how did she say it? Like, damn, this kitchen is dirty. And be like, oh bloody hell, this kitchen is dirty. Like, which one's worse? I guess saying damn would be worse. Depends on how it's said. Interesting. Yeah, it's damn bloody worse. Oh, God. Dang, I think I lost an argument with Samantha then. Oh, they're kind of the same. It's not vulgar at all, but you might say if you crashed a car into a tractor. What? Oh, if you used hell, yeah. That's what I thought, Stamoose. I thought it was like a pretty bad word. I thought it was pretty vulgar to use the word bloody. Like, oh, bloody hell. What are you thinking, mate? I'd be like, oh, effing hell, you know? Oh!
Fatality.
No! I know, Rock's Life. Nah, there was an argument I won one time. It was great. Yeah, well. Yeah, he wrecked himself. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. He just went from the Lucky Charms guy to Steve Irwin in one sentence. Oh my gosh. My accent sucked. Who bet win all, huh? Who bet win all? Oh, a lot of people did. Good job. If I wasn't lollygagging, it would have been quicker than that, John. But oh well.
5 more times, man. 5 more.
Yeah, Vanderveer. I believe that's correct, Vanderveer. I'm Morgan Freeman. Hi, Gamer Muscle. No, they think I'm a healthier version of Mark. Oh, yes? Okay. I've been told I look like a healthier version of Mark Zuckerberg. Well, I still think that's a fat joke. My penis is a dragon. Your argument is invalid. Okay. Oh, Matt Bloody hell, it's about time you effing hell. I'm English. Well, okay. I don't know. Can't say all that. Yeah, I won the race, guys. Not yet. Oh, these guys are battling up here. Good job, Sleepy Dude. Wow, you good shifter. Thank you.
Great job, pit crew. Great job, spotter. Good job, buddy. We'll see you guys in victory lane.
Whoa, you gotta catch it.
Bye, buddy. See you in
Miata
victory lane.
Master. Oh. Alright, tell that to Flisco. Nailed it. Probably shouldn't do that. Nah, it wasn't zero. No. And now it's time for the turkey timeline. Brought to you by the word Bly. It's the word of the day. Guy's already in the pits. Gamer Muscle. Oh, you used to do iRacing, now you don't? Oh, resub, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's all we do here. That's all I do, pretty much. Hey, Stella Steve, welcome. Yeah, thanks for the host again, Gamer Muscle. I appreciate that. Everybody check it. I'm going to check out your channel. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch it. Yes. Oh, boy. Oh, that was Avocado's issue there. Got a little loose. Got a little loose. Oh, this guy. Oh, retaliation? No. A blown motor. Whoa, Billy. I'm here for the Planet Coaster stream. Well, you'd be waiting a while. Oh, the bets haven't paid out. Ooh, I was about to press Alt F4. Gotta wait on that. Sell your house for an iRacing sub? How many dozens of dollars is your house worth? I'm homeless. Ooh, TurboTax. Special memo. Your refund is good to go. Oh, I haven't done my refund yet. What are they talking about? Oh, they're the bets. All right. Bat amount? You have 0 bats. There's a David Malone racing Mazda at Phoenix now. Any relation? No. The hell is all this garbage? This is all garbage, guys. 16 people are doing the Okayama International Circuit full course with the Grand Touring Cup. That's because it's free content. Oh, what's the time right now? It's 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. I live in the Midwest.
Yes.
Yes. In the Americas. Plus 46 I rating. Yes. We're up to 4,200. Michael Eaton's getting 3rd. Nice, dude. Plus 45 I rating. Oh, dang, you're maxed out at Class D.